Welcome to our YouTube channel dedicated to exploring the latest insights and opportunities in the world of finance and investments, with a special focus on currency revaluation, gold and silver investments, cryptocurrency, and make money online opportunities, and more. If you're interested in staying up to date on the latest developments in currency revaluation, particularly the Iraqi dinar and other currencies, best to subscribe to this channel. Please note that the content on this YouTube channel is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the opinions expressed on this channel are based on our own research and personal experience. We strongly recommend that you do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor. Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a weekly giveaway of 100 Dogecoin. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and watch this video until the end, because if you don't, you will be automatically disqualified from the giveaway. We will be sharing the random hashtag keyword daily somewhere in the video, and then comment hashtag the keyword with no spaces in between in the comment section. Good luck! Now let's proceed with the latest Iraqi dinar news and intel today. Please take these pieces of information with a grain of salt, and please make sure to do your own due diligence. Alright guys, before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, because what's happening right now inside Iraq's economy could easily be one of the biggest financial turning points we've seen in years. Something's shifting, and fast. Iraq's central bank isn't staying quiet anymore. They're actually teaching citizens about the monetary reform process. When a central bank starts openly explaining the plan instead of denying it, you know they're close to pulling the trigger. At the same time, reports are confirming Iraq is more stable and secure now than at any time since 2003, and that's coming straight from the CBI and top economists. That kind of confidence doesn't just happen by accident. And it's not just internal progress. The U.S. whales are returning, pouring billions back into Iraq's oil, infrastructure, and finance projects, while the Development Road project officially enters its execution phase, bringing over 1 million new jobs and $150 billion in investment potential. All of this is building momentum, and honestly, it's starting to look like Iraq is preparing to re-enter the global stage on their own terms. So stick with me through the full video, because at the end I'll be breaking it all down in my own analysis, how these moves might tie directly into the RV or RI timeline we've been tracking for months. Alright, let's get into the updates. From Intel guru Bruce via Wiser Now. You know, we've talked about redemption centers ever since they became a reality, and we know they're real. Why would somebody say they're not real? I really think what's important is that we get the best rates that we can get on our currencies. And I know roughly what the rate is on the dong. Yes, it's good, and it's moving up higher. The dinar, same thing. We have a contract rate on the dinar at the redemption center. Only. And yes, it's going to be good. Whatever it's going to be very good. Guess who made the contract? President Trump. That's who made the contract with Iraq. He's the one that's going to get this thing done for us. From Newshound Intel guru Mountain Goat, Iraq now has not been more stable and more secure than ever since 2003. I can make this statement because it is a statement made by both the CBI, the Finance Committee, and by many prominent economists in Iraq. From Intel/Newshound guru Frank26, what do they talk about every day in Iraq? The monetary reform. Every day. Why do they talk about it? Why don't they just pull the trigger? They are pulling the trigger. They told them they're implementing it. You want it like that snap. It's not done like that snap. It is done like that snap at a flip of a switch when it's ready to go into the market like Forex or whatever. But no, inside this is a process. They are explaining the process to the citizens every day. From Newshound guru Clare, article, Syria is preparing to launch a new currency. The central bank governor reveals details. Quote, the governor of the Central Bank of Syria, Abdul Qadir al-Husriya, revealed the most prominent features and details of the new Syrian currency, confirming that 2 zeros will be removed from its nominal value in a move aimed at simplifying monetary transactions and enhancing confidence in the local currency. He emphasized that the bank will do everything necessary to eliminate traces of the old currency, including gradually withdrawing outdated denominations from the market. From Intel Newshound Guru Mark Z via PDK. Comment: there are silly rumors going around that Vietnam could have revalued. From Mark Z: are you at the bank? Are people seeing it on Forex or celebrating in the streets? No, it has not gone yet. They took a big step yesterday in reclassifying their stock market, and yes, I think they will be going soon. But have they gone already? No. From Newshound Guru Pimpy: I don't tell you guys the things that you want to hear, but it's not because I just feel like pissing people off. I'm trying to tell you guys to stay grounded. I'm trying to say these are the things that we are looking for. Nobody's out there educating people. They're not saying to you, this is what you need to look for, so you're aware of where Iraq is and where they need to be. That's really sad. Teaching people is really super important. That's why I talk about things that seem boring. And I get it. I understand that. We all want the fluff. The stuff I talk about is boring, but I do it because it serves a purpose. I hope you guys understand that. So, from Newshound/Intel Guru Walkingstick. As we approach the end, there will be massive confusion. The CBI, along with the GOI, will throw out a lot of shaft. That's what a jet fighter throws out when a missile is trying to bring down the airplane. In my opinion, all of the rumors spreading like wildfire in the streets of Iraq is actually from Sudani and Alaq. They want to bring down the speculation. They want to turn the speculators in another direction while they talk to you citizens direct straight into your face without lying. From Newshound Intel Guru FNU LNU. Iraq is in no short supply of crooks looking to take advantage of Iraq's naivete in the world of big business. Article quote: piracy is undermining the country's global standing, threatening foreign investment, local content production, and tax revenues, and delaying Iraq's integration into international trade agreements. This is more serious than it appears at first glance, as it would impede Iraq's attempt to rejoin the WTO. From Intel/Newshound Guru Frank 26. In my opinion, inside of an extended period, more than 7 days is a set time frame for the budget to expose 12.2c, which is a different exchange rate from 13.10 based on the flow of the oil. All of this is the definition of the implementation of the monetary reform of Iraq. From Newshound Guru Clare. Article: U.S. investments in Iraq, the return of the whales through oil and a conditional partnership. Quote, since the fall of the former regime in 2003, the United States has been one of the most prominent economic players in Iraq through reconstruction and energy. U.S. investments in Iraq during this period are estimated at tens of billions of dollars, concentrated in the oil, gas, electricity, finance, and infrastructure sectors. However, only a third of the announced projects have actually been implemented, according to reports from the World Bank and the U.S. State Department. From Newshound Guru Sandy Ingram, the DRP Development Road Project is set to create 1.6 million jobs in Iraq, and as much as $150 billion in investment will be experienced in the next 30 years. The DRP will be a strategic corridor and will combine railways, highways, pipelines, electricity line, internet bandwidth, and entirely new economic cities. The project is entering its execution phase. Iraq plans to launch a major global campaign to attract investors. We're hoping Iraq will feel the need to adjust its currency to attract more investors. We are not sure what Iraq is thinking, but what we do know is interest is growing. From guest Iraq boots-on-the-ground Guru Maxis. This side of the world is different and very tribal. My people will not vote for Sudani if things don't change. The UN has taken over the security of Iraq. What a mess. From Newshound Guru Samson, World Gold, Iraq has not been updated since January. Before ending with the last updates, the hashtag keyword for the 100 Dogecoin giveaway is speculation. Comment below if you think we are close to the revaluation or the reinstatement of the dinar. You can be the lucky winner if you like, subscribe, and watch the main content of this video. This will be for this coming Sunday's giveaway, and the winner will be announced in one of the Sunday's videos, so you do not want to miss it. From Newshound Guru Pimpy. It's real simple. If you had the Iraq dinar for less than a year and you can prove it, you pay short-term gains. If you have it longer than a year, you're going to pay long-term gains. From Intel Newshound Guru, Frank26. Question: will there be a lower rate offered if you have no receipt? No, there can only be one rate. There can't be dual rates. It's against the law to have more than one rate for a currency. And will there be lower rates offered if you have no receipt? If you don't have a receipt, it ain't got nothing to do with the exchange process. The receipt is important for if you are ever audited. If you are audited, our government is going to say to you, what did you deduct for your capital gains? You deducted 20%. Let me see your receipt. You don't have a receipt? You're in the 40% category. And finally, the last update is from Newshound Guru Clare. Article: World Gold. Iraq has not been updated since January. Quote, and has not announced any purchase or sale since last January, and therefore reserves remain unchanged. It indicated that it maintained its 29th place globally out of the 100 countries with the largest reserves of the precious metal. Before we get into my final thoughts, make sure you hit subscribe and tap that bell, because what's unfolding right now could be one of the most pivotal moments we've tracked in this entire RV/RI journey. There's a lot happening beneath the surface that most people aren't connecting yet, and I'm going to break that down right now. Now that we've gone through all the latest updates, let's take a step back and piece this together. In my opinion, these developments aren't just isolated news. They're forming a clear pattern that signals Iraq's next phase of economic transformation. When you see U.S. investment whales returning, that's not casual interest, that's billions in institutional capital flowing back into Iraq's oil, energy, finance, and infrastructure sectors. And this time, it's not blank checks. It's happening under what's being called conditional partnerships. That means the U.S. wants guarantees, transparency, anti-corruption, oversight, and possibly even influence over Iraq's financial framework and currency policy. But here's what really stands out for decades. Iraq's problem wasn't announcing projects, it was executing them. According to the World Bank and the U.S. State Department, only 1/3 of Iraq's announced projects since 2003 ever saw completion. Yet now, the difference is visible. The Development Road project, valued at over $150 billion and projected to create 1.6 million jobs, is officially moving into its execution phase. That's not a press release. That's boots on the ground, contract signed, and implementation beginning. Add to that Frank26's report, where the CBI is directly educating citizens about the monetary reform process. That's a bold move from a central bank that usually avoids public commentary. They're openly preparing citizens for the next step, which suggests the internal work might be much further along than we're being told. And Mountain Goat's statement that Iraq is now more stable and secure than at any time since 2003, that's not small talk. That's confirmation from economists, the Finance Committee, and the CBI itself that the macro environment is finally strong enough to sustain major monetary adjustments. Then Clare's report ties it all together, the return of the whales and U.S. strategic investments in oil, energy, and infrastructure, something Iraq desperately needs to strengthen reserves and increase non-oil revenue. We're seeing it play out. ExxonMobil re-entering Majnoon, Chevron signing new exploration agreements, Total Energies beginning gas processing in Basra, and the $930 million World Bank railway modernization project already underway. These are not theoretical moves. These are active, long-term investments rebuilding Iraq's credibility and infrastructure, exactly the environment you want before a currency revaluation. So in my opinion, all of this aligns perfectly with the 6 to 12 month revaluation window we've been talking about. If Iraq waited another 1 to 2 years as the IMF projects, it would risk losing momentum, political capital, and foreign confidence. History shows when growth, investment, and reform finally align like this, you move while the window is open. Even Walkingstick's perspective about controlled confusion fits perfectly here. The mixed news, the shifting narratives, the speculation, It could all be part of the CBI's playbook to control expectations and protect timing. We saw this same pattern in 2012-2013, deliberate contradictions used to calm speculation while the technical side was being finalized behind the scenes. So putting it all together, Iraq is no longer talking about being ready. They are ready. The groundwork, the growth, the confidence, and the partnerships are all aligning. The revaluation and reinstatement now look like an inevitable step rather than a distant hope. And that's my final take. If Iraq holds this trajectory, the momentum we're seeing right now could make late 2025 into early 2026 one of the most defining chapters in Iraq's modern financial history. Furthermore, we posted a breaking analysis the other day. Iraq just made a major move toward joining the World Trade Organization by completing comprehensive technical responses, an essential step that signals a shift toward full international integration. While this might seem like a routine headline, it's actually one of the strongest signs that Iraq could be preparing to move off the program rate and take the dinar global. In this video, I broke down how this development ties directly into the RVRI process, how it connects with IMF Article 8 compliance, and why this moment could indicate the beginning of the end for the 1300 rate. If you've been watching for the clues and waiting for confirmation that Iraq is ready, this is the update you don't want to overlook. Most people will miss the significance until it's too late. Lastly, we will continue to post videos about the recent events and articles supporting the changes taking place in Iraq, so you don't want to miss them. Also, don't forget, please drop a comment below with hashtag and the keyword and let us know what you think. If you like this content and like to support this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified when new videos are uploaded. See you on the next one.